What actors most perfectly embody their comic book characters? There are some that everybody pretty much agrees on, like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, or Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Heck, Hugh Jackman is so good, most people are willing to ignore that he's wildly too tall to be Wolverine. This is week 2 of my new Sunday series where I answer your questions, and this question comes from Declan on Instagram, who wanted to know if I like the Fox X-Men movies because I'm such a big MCU fan. And that gave me the perfect opportunity to finally unbox this Mystique action figure that I got all the way back in April. So how are these two things related? Well, I think Rebecca Romijn should be in the conversation with some of those other great casting choices. Back in the early 2000s, Rebecca Romijn was everywhere as it related to X-Men, and her portrayal of Mystique is so iconic. But even as far as a Marvel Legends figure, this is pretty basic. I do think it's a good representation of Mystique from the movies, which is all I really care about with live action figures, and I think the half-transformed arm is a pretty nice touch. But to answer Declan's question, of course I love the Fox X-Men films. The first X-Men movie came out when I was 11 years old, and I thought it was incredible. These movies were a huge part of my nerddom growing up, and they literally set the stage for my true love, the MCU, because Kevin Feige got his start with Marvel as a producer on the first X-Men movie. My favorite Fox X-Men film is probably Deadpool, actually, maybe Logan, but those both feel like cop-out answers, so I'll say X-Men too. But what do you guys think about the Fox X-Men movies? And what are some other great comic book castings that I didn't mention in this video? Let me know.